I don't want to work right now. This little card reads, lay hold of today's task and you will not need to depend so much upon tomorrow's. While we are postponing, life speeds by. I don't feel like working today. The first time in I guess the last week, I genuinely, it's not that I don't want to work, it's just that I've hit a new roadblock. With new growth comes new discoveries of new problems. And right now, my problem is that I'm working too much with the wrong setup. My setup isn't optimal, believe it or not. Like, guys, if you know, you know. When I spend a lot of hours on my MacBook. Like, for the last week, I've been averaging, I think it was 7 hours a day. I've been averaging 7 hours a day just on my MacBook, like just flat out straight work. And the thing is like, if you look up really hard or if you look down really hard, it like hurts your eyes. And by the end of the day, my eyes are so strained from looking down all day that I just have this throbbing headache by the time it's time for training. And it just makes training so difficult because I almost have a migraine by the end of every single day when I have to train. And training is not easy because I got a national tournament coming up next week. So training is really hard right now. So it's not ideal feeling like I have brain damage the whole time. Anyway, today is a day where I don't really feel like working just because I'm now aware of why my headaches have just been so consistent. And quite frankly, I don't have the money to buy the resources I need to optimize my setup. Not right now. I thought I did right now, but some unexpected payments came up literally this morning. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit. I'm going to have to hustle, get this project out, and hopefully upsell my current client to get some more money. I need this to work, guys. I need this to work. I don't think you understand. Like, I genuinely need this to work. Anyway, point is that's exactly why I'm just going to start working now. I know how I operate. I'll be resistant for maybe 10-15 minutes. I'll be a bit slow, but then I'll get in the flow and I'll probably work for 2-3 hours, just solid output. So I know that it's just a matter of just getting started. At this point, I've thugged out enough work sessions that I haven't felt like doing. Anyway, it's days like today that define your character. The days where it's easy to work and the days where you want to work, that doesn't define you. It's the days where you don't feel like working. But me, genuinely, I actually fucking need to. I need to. I need to. I refuse to just sit back, lay down, and give up. Because that's what I would be doing if I just don't work today. However, I will work today. Anyway, moving forwards, I'm going to be spending most of my money on upgrading my setup because that includes camera, microphone, which I don't even have right now. Microphone, got to get a stand, like a MacBook stand temporarily. I'll use a MacBook stand, I think, temporarily. I need a new chair. Listen. Loud ass chair. But the chair game gets deep. I think a Herman Miller chair is like $3,000 almost. It's like $2,500. Anyway, that's like the best chair ever. Point is I'll be spending a lot more money on investing into my setup because that pays me more money, if that makes sense. Better setup equals better work. Better work equals more money. It's just delayed. Anyway, so I'm in a bit of a sticky situation where I need to work more, but the more I work, the worse my headaches get. But the less I work, the less money I get. The more I work, the more money I get. And the more money I get, the quicker I can make my headaches go away. So I just have to thug out this next week or so of painful, headachy work. But such is life. Just got to thug it out sometimes. Anyway, I'm really enjoying where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying the process, and this is the first time since I was 12 where I've lived just completely without my phone. And I have to say, guys, as soon as I got rid of my phone, I looked at my screen time actually on Sunday. It was fucking incredible. It was crazy. It was incredible. I looked at my screen time for like my previous weeks, and I was spending like an average of like 30 or 40 hours. Oh my, this is so embarrassing. An average of like 30 or 40 hours on Instagram per day. Per week. We don't even have that many hours in the day. 30 to 40 hours per week. if we, all right, so if I just count like the day, like the time where I'm sleeping during a week, I already have like a 5.5 day week, or a 6 day week, let's say. Because if we take all the time that I'm sleeping and we mash it together, that probably equates to like definitely over 24 hours. Way over 24 hours. Probably like, what we got, 8, 16, and I don't do maths. So probably, let's just say 2.5 days. So that already turns a 7 day week into a 5.5 day week. And then we add in 40 hours of screen time. That's like a 3 day week. And then we add in training plus work. That's like a 2 day week of time that, like, what was I even spending? Anyway, point is, I was spending so much time on social media. And then I looked at the time that I spent on my business last week, and it was damn near identical, the amount of time I spent on my business that I used to spend on social media. So I looked at my time that I spent on my business last week, and it came out to a total of 31.5 hours. I wasn't counting Monday, even though I did a bunch of work on Monday. I just didn't have it in my calendar, so I couldn't track it. Anyway, this week I'm on track to hit 50 hours of work on my business. And that's still while having a job, still while being a professional fighter, and still while living in my own house, taking care of myself. So, 50 hours of work on the business. Literally, I've just swapped out the 40 hours I used to spend on Instagram, and instead of just wasting that time during the day, I now just spend it on my business. And it's almost identical, the amount of time swapped. It's crazy, 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 crazy. One makes you retarded, and the other one makes you millions. Anyway, I don't feel like working today. I don't feel like working right now. I do feel like I want to work, but I'm just not feeling it. However, it'll just take me to get started. So I'm going to get started now. I thought I'd just capture this moment because it's moments like these that define your outcome. It's moments like these that define your character. So I thought I'd just document this little moment before I hop into a deep work session. Anyway, I also cleaned the fuck out of my desk. I just decided to get rid of everything. Literally, so I've just got my whole desk for free. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now and get this work done.